you believe I walked from that parking lot back there all the way and did Trail 6 and back?
Hey, when did you do that?
When it flooded one time, back in the spring, one spring, maybe last year, because the road was closed. So I wanted to see the flood damage for myself, and so I just walked the whole road. And I didn't take into account just how long this road was. It was a lot shorter in my memory. And I was like, yeah, well, guess we're just gonna do that. Embrace the suck and do it. Which everybody knows, it's always harder walking miles on a paved road than it is on a trail.
Yeah. What about in the snow? What's your favorite?
I love hiking in the snow because it's kind of like a shock absorber. Unless you're post holing, and then it's a nightmare. What?
Oh,
You've got to be kidding me.
they took it all down.
Oh, they cut the trees down a while back.
But no, I mean, there was like that whole parking area.
Maybe they're redoing it. Well, happy Saturday, everybody. Labor Day weekend is upon us. So we thought we'd try to avoid the crowds and get away from the funness of Derby Day and do a little hiking in Charlestown State Park. Our original plan was to do the Rose Island Trail, give you all a little history lesson, but that parking lot was full. And car... Game on. And I just didn't think it was going to be good filming, having everybody in the way and talking over us when we're trying to narrate. So when life gives you lemons, you have lemons. So we're going to do Trail 6, which is just kind of a beautiful trail. It goes up, follows the ridge line along the Ohio River. And so hopefully we'll get a couple of good shots. So without further ado, let's get this going. Well, we've made it to the ridge. And we're overlooking the river over here. This is the Ohio River for all you out-of-towners tuning in. Across the river is Kentucky. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but you can hear the party goers on their boats and the radios playing. That normally doesn't happen around here. It's usually pretty peaceful. But again, it's Labor Day weekend. You can't blame people for wanting to get out. So, continuing on. Moving right along. Move along. Move along.
Move along.
And now quickly, look up to your left and notice the ninjas jumping out to do battle with you.
So the heavy metal blue jay.
They don't use their beak, they more or less just headbutt the tree repeatedly. Another bonus side trail.
Camera does not do any of this justice. Still hear the boats out in the Ohio.
Just taking in the quiet sounds of the trail. Good to know we're still on Trail 6. And literally, we just had a tree fall down about 50 meters in front of us.
Wow.
So let's check and see what's going on.
Yeah, let's get that.
It must have fallen somewhere in this vicinity. But I cannot see any sign of it. You could sure hear it. You could see the movement. I just can't pinpoint it. Boy, if we didn't stop to film a walking scene, we'd have been right under that thing. Crazy.
Here's a clearing over here.
That should be the access to some type of antenna up on the left, I believe. It's probably a maintenance trail to get here so they can mow all this.
Check this out, y'all.
Clearly, this is where the Blair Witch makes camp. Such a beautiful trail today.
Check this out. Honey, you don't know what this is, do you?
I don't know what this was. I'm told maybe it was a storehouse of some type, but I'm not 100% on that. This whole area right here down by the water, in front of this is kind of a flattened out area, which I believe I read used to be a landing in the 40s. And I think they would load and unload supplies through here and come up this gravel road. But again, I'm not 100%. That is the trail where we just came from, and it continues straight across through here. To the right is that what we're assuming is a storehouse, and straight across from it is a little offshoot straight to the river. And I think this is what I read a while back that was a landing. You can still see man-made cut stone. And there's the Ohio. Definitely a heck of a lot of boat traffic today. Or lack thereof. Of course, as soon as I mention it and make it down here, all the boats pretty much stop. But up on the ridge, it sounded like the Madison Regatta was taking place down here. And this is another great mystery. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's usually going every time we come down here. I guess there's maybe a drain somewhere that's draining into the river. Or a huge serpent beast that's exhaling water. I don't know. Got a nice little widowmaker we just had to walk under. And if you look, you can see that it is starting to split down there. So she'll be going in the near future. The camera doesn't really do this part justice, but if you look up there, that's the ridge that we were on, and we came down and skirted to the right. All the way up there is the waterfall that we crossed on a bridge and came back down this side. And we're going to cross that little stream again and pretty much follow the river on the lower end back to the car. Kind of the boring part of the trail.
But it's pretty.
It is pretty. Especially when there's more water coming through here.
There's much rain we've had. I thought there would have been a little bit more.
In the wintertime, when the trees are down, you can look all the way up there and just make out the bridge up top. A little relics of the past. This looks to be formerly what was a gate. I'm assuming this has something to do with the Charlestown ammo plant. Big ammo plant through World War II. and on. They closed it down. I don't know if they were active through Vietnam. They were talking about opening it back up for Desert Storm, but I don't think that ever happened. And in the past 15 years, they've pretty much gone to tearing the whole place down and turning it all into warehouses and factories. And there's a big Amazon fulfillment center here. But if you look straight up here, there's fence posts that just go all the way up the ridge to the top of the ridge where the trail was. And I'm guessing this side right here was the property of the ammo plant. Now here's a little side note that the tour guides won't tell you about. That concrete platform right there, that was used for alien landings.
All right, we're back at the car.
Well, that's going to wrap up today at Charlestown State Park with a late lunch at Boom Ba's. All in all, a great day.
Yep.
Just wish it was a little less crowded.
That's right.
So if you like this vlog, click that little subscribe button, maybe that little bell that gives you your notifications. Pretty crazy stuff right there. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. If you got any suggestions, leave it in the comments. You know, I'd love to get some feedback. And there we are. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend. What the?